In 1954, the Rev Cyril Franks and his wife Joan were welcomed to the ministry.
Which was red and blue strips. I think the red predominated, and red was in the centre and blue on either side, or the other way around. And although it sounds outrageous, it really didn't work out like that. It was really quite pleasant. And I can remember the winter evenings, especially when the lights were shining, how it was a welcoming sight to them. So that was one of the impressions of that. Yeah, the church itself was sort of out in the country, certainly on the edge of the country, and a lot of the area around wasn't developed. I forget the name of the area, but north of the bridge, fields of corn and developed. But it was a growing community. I mean, the people came to church very largely because it was the only church in the neighbourhood. It wasn't where you had to fight to get people to come to church. They just came. I remember people coming, actually. I remember early Monday coming along with his membership certificate. The first Sunday he appeared, he said, "Hello, I'm Mr. Mundy, I come from Watford, and here's my transfer certificate," you know.
You said something earlier on about people queuing up to come into church.
Oh, indeed, they had to queue up. You see, it says in the record that it's 200 seats, but that I think must include the number on the platform, and that was occupied by the choir. I always say it was about 180. And in order to get in, they just had to queue up, first come, first serve, and to be able to find a seat and to get a seat. And eventually came the time when we felt that we just had to build a new church. I mean, on a number of occasions we had to have 2 morning services, festival times especially. And Mr. Winwood was called in from Southampton to be our architect, and he designed the present building. He wanted to illustrate that we were gathered for the glory of God, and that's one of the reasons why the pillars taper from smaller to larger as they go up to represent uplifted hands. It was one of the members whose name is still known amongst you, Mr. Cornwall, who commented to me, and I passed this on to the architect, that straight lines were given for strength and curved lines for beauty, and he couldn't see any curved lines in the church. And that is why he did put just this one curved line in, which you'll see at the front of the, I don't know what you call it, platform, rostrum, that kind of an area. Mr. Silverstone used to travel by train from, well, he commuted to town, and he saw in Coulston, south of Hurley, he saw a cross on the top of St Andrew's Church.
From the train?
Yeah. And he said, that's what we want for our church. And he was an electrical engineer, specialist in that particular field, and it was Ken Silverstone's idea that we put a